What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to spectate one of the top Psylocke players, just because in the recent tournaments, Psylocke is one of the top pick DPS and one of the big difference makers. So right now, we're going to look at one of the top ranked Psylockes and go through two of the best gameplays. So starting off, obviously Pivot would be the ideal candidate here, but I don't have access to their games. They're private, of course. So right here, we have TTV CHUPIEL MR, which I hope is how you pronounce it correctly, but he is actually in one above all, where Pivot's only in Celestial 1, and he is a 4.63 KD and a 59% win ratio. So let's check this out and see his gameplays. Now, just so you guys know, CHUPIEL is ranked 47th in the world right now, and then this is the actual career stats for anyone that's interested. So around 27 hours on Psylocke this season, and then a decent amount on Bucky and a couple hours on Hela. Nothing too crazy there, but when you see these gameplays, they're gonna be pretty nuts. We're gonna start off with this crazy one where he goes 54-6, and this is also the team comp they're using 3 dives most of the game. They were using a Spidey and a Black Panther, so let's get into it, see what their bans are. And just so you guys know, so CHUPIEL is playing with also one of the previous top ranked Psylocks right here, Sparker. Sparker is also one of the best Psylocks in the world. But him playing BP and then whoever this is playing Spider-Man, this is probably gonna be a pretty crazy comp, so I'm excited to see how this goes. And then obviously for the bans, you have Wolverine, Torch, and Ultron, and Loki. So they kind of got the annoying healers out of the way, so that's gonna be interesting. And it looks like they're first up on defense. Now already you can tell that the Luna has the little snowflake on her, so she's gonna get heals, which is nice. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? We're just spectating one of the top Psylocke players right now. So obviously this Psylocke's on the flank. Now I'm kind of curious where the Spider-Man is. I guess the Spider-Man's kind of waiting back there. And then where's the BP? The BP's on the left side. All right, so I guess they have one on each flank, kind of. Spider-Man's kind of waiting. Maybe he's trying to pull somebody there. We're going to see a Psylocke versus Psylocke here too, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Now, do they run? No one's running the Emma for the team up. That was a great flick too. Got caught by the Squirrel Girl. I've been seeing so many more Squirrel Girls on a pro level lately. They weren't really getting used as much, and I low-key thought Squirrel Girls were kind of just like GA banned, but everyone's using it lately, so I think they already switched off. Yeah, they already switched off of her too. That was a really good snipe right there. Dash, get back, recover. Now just going over the comps, they got a Magneto. Magneto's basically the top tank right now, at least in ranked or competitive, I should say too. I got a Luna and an Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman I haven't been seeing as much lately, but Luna's obviously been really good. And then obviously they have a Spider-Man and a Black Panther, while the other team has a Cap. They have a BP as well. They got a Mag as well, a Luna as well, a Psylocke as well. Actually, they're basically mirroring this comp for the most part, and they have an Invisible Woman too. Jeez, that must have hurt. She's waiting for her team. Might flank right here. I guess she probably heard somebody on around this corner. Uh-oh. Spider-Man was waiting too. Let's see where she uses her ult here. That was a good pick. Good pick. Drew out the ult, got one. Just ult charging right there. Get back up top. Smart, because you know that BP in their own Psylocke is probably going to tank after them, or flank after them, I should say. I saw Magneto through the wall and I went and said tank. That's a good freeze. That's the other thing a lot of people forget to do with BP when you're going up against the BP is use whatever freezes you have. I see a lot of Lunas saying that they can't kill the BP or counter the BP, and it's like, you can do a little bit, you know, like, yeah, we could change our comp around a little bit, but you could still freeze them. And Luna hits pretty hard this season too after the recent buffs she got. I'm surprised they're holding them. This is again, this is top 500, so you know, these are really good players that are in this lobby here. Yeah, they just got double dove right there. I haven't really noticed their Spider-Man do much work. Jerky messed her up real quick. Dude, the Captain America nerf, the Captain America ultimate drives me nuts. I think he just got buffed too recently, right? I actually have to double check. Okay, this might be a good ult. Oh, you got out healed because of the Invisible Woman shield. It's a good example there of how Invisible Woman can be useful against the dive comp too. You throw the shield around the one healer, the healer can kind of outlast an ultimate, at least by a Psylocke. But the triple dive, that's where it just benefited them right there, getting one of the healers out. Oh, and now they got caught. Let's see if they hold this point for much longer. It is going to be a long game though, because she does drop what did I say, 54 kills, 53 kills. So I'm curious to see how many how far they're actually able to get. Else they did get this point. Yeah, the Captain America switch was probably needed. Oh, they're running triple tank right now with a BP. I didn't realize they switched to a Strange, or did they switch oh, he just switched to a Strange to Portal. That's all. I was gonna say I didn't realize the guy switched off of Bucky. Ult charging a little bit. Notice how the mag there is like bubbling the BP, so the BP can go in and just do a ton of damage. Yeah, look at that. That dive clear was nuts. That Spider-Man's done. Oh, see, he got bubbled too by the mag. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys could tell, but the cooldown there, like he must have just barely got that bubble back to then shield the Spider-Man. That was actually really well placed. Oh, Luna with the freeze there. Oh, Cap's done. Nice. Another example of how Luna's freezes help so much. And I see a lot of people use crazy crosshairs, but notice how most of the top players just have a very small little indicator in the middle, and that's it. Like this, you know, just being a red plus sign. Good ult. Draws the healer ult out. Now notice how she doesn't waste her time because she knows she might be caught there. She just gets out of the ult early and runs away. Goes back to protect her team. That's a good thing that a lot of people need to do more. Is you know, don't over push. Even though you have your ultimate there, you're really not going to catch anybody when they get a healer ult. And I think it was like all 5 of them or all 6 of them were all there lined up. Especially with Psylocke's ult, you're really only going to do 150 damage to each person once. If there's what is it, more than 3, more than 4? Well, if they don't have full health, yeah, but you know, if they do have full health, then you're really not going to get much value out of your ult. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't tried to switch off of their comp more, because even Sparker's going nuts too. Right there, she's trying to find the Invisible Woman that disappeared. I hear her though. Nice little use of the invisible right there to get away, get some heals. There you go. They pulled the Luna ult. Now she's just gonna wait for her ult here. Good plays so far. Timed that almost perfectly. She just got the Luna though. I was hoping she was gonna get another pick. I'm really surprised we didn't see the other team switch to like an Emma instead of the Strange, because it's not like they're really using like a Punisher or anything like that. They're running 3 dives, and they didn't ban Emma. Oh my god. Dude, their healers are playing really well together, but their DPS just isn't getting value out of the characters they're using. Only 1 pick there, and it's a mag. All right. There we go. I was just talking about getting value, and they finally just got value right there. There's a new Emerald TCG coming out. Oh, I've already seen the pictures of that. I thought it was something new. Yo, Juno, thanks for sharing the live, brother. Appreciate it, man. If there's any players you guys want me to spectate to, let me know. But right now we're just doing the top Psylocke that we can spectate, and then afterwards we're probably gonna do Hella. I don't know. I have a list of all the top used DPS and tanks in the tournament from over the weekend. So I basically am just doing review VODs and gameplays of the top players that I can find. Because a lot of pros now, they have their games privated. And a lot of the top players too have their games privated. So we're just basically going with the top ranking person that we can find. Ooh, almost had it. Almost had it. How do I pronounce that? Mazus? Mazus, appreciate the follow too, brother. I wonder if Sparker just got sick of using Psylocke or not, but it's funny seeing Sparker play BP and not Psylocke. Because again, Sparker, at least one of the earlier videos I did of Psylocke, like I'm talking like a few months ago, he was the #1 ranked Psylocke, and he was really, really nasty too. Nice bubble right there by Magneto. That's like hugely underestimated in the lower ranks, is using Magneto's bubbles or Hulk's bubbles. They're super helpful in these highly competitive games, especially if you know what to do with them. Oh, she barely got out of that. That's crazy. Right there, that was a team comm. If you guys didn't know, she knew that the Luna was using her ult, so she came back and even dived right into that circle, which you guys think most people wouldn't do, and she was able to get her health back. Ooh, good tracking by the Psylocke right there. That was really good tracking. Now, let's see what happens. How many kills does she have? Right now, she's 25 and 4. Good picks. Good picks. I honestly thought they got her already, but that's still a really good pull right there by the Spider-Man too. I don't know if you guys could tell, but now notice how this Psylocke, she's basically like, if someone locks her sights on her, she'll shift or dash or whatever over their head and kind of change their, like, break their camera, if you will. Just so it confuses them, kind of annoys them. They don't really know what's going on. See, she does it right there. She gets targeted, but she doesn't realize the BP's there. Obviously gets taken out. Let's see, did they end up getting this point? I honestly didn't think they were going to make it this far, this team. Oh, they switched to a Jeff there at the end. Probably trying to save. All right, so here's the list of the top players for the tournament. So we had Psylocke, we had Hella, Wolverine, Punisher, Torch, Magneto, Hulk, Loki. I'm probably not going to do Loki, though. Well, I might do Loki because he was the most banned, actually. Star-Lord, Cap, and then Storm, surprisingly. Sometimes even with Storm with a triple tank, I guess damage boosting the 3 tanks. So we're going to decide after this what we're going to watch. I'm probably going to do Hella because Hella is one of my best characters. And then we'll do a couple characters that I don't play that much. But I play Psylocke, Hella, Punisher, Torch, Magneto. So those are all easier videos for me to kind of like break down for everybody. All right, so now we get to see on attack. Again, she's going for the flank on the side, which is what she's been doing pretty much the entire time. Just essentially ult charging. Gets picked at by the Cap. Cap's doing its job. I'm surprised how far back they moved, though. If you can see through the wall, the red team, they're pretty far back on the side already. I guess Sparker's really giving them some trouble as BP. Yep, ult charge a little bit. Nice. Cap could die there. Good stuff. Gets away, gets a health pack. Super important to know where the health packs are, obviously. Otherwise, right there, she probably wouldn't have made that that second pick. Just got to get back now to get heals. And notice too, obviously, guys, every time she needs heals, that's usually when she uses her invisibility, or if she's just getting hard focused. Let's see. Oh, they had an Emma switch. I didn't even pay attention to that. They had the Emma switch there, so she could use her duplication thing. Or clone. What do they call a clone? It's crazy how many really good BPs we've been seeing this season. I should get back to playing BP. It's been a minute. I did one of those. I shouldn't say I did. I started one of those videos where I don't know if you guys have seen them, but it's like, oh, I played, you know, BP for 10 hours to master him, and this is what happened or whatever. Or I played 10 hours and to prove he's broken or something like that. And I started and I got pretty good and I got pretty far. I think it was like 6 or 7 hours in, but I was already in the middle of doing like 6 other videos like that, and then I just I didn't want to edit that long because those videos took so long to edit. So maybe I need to get back into doing those. They were fun, but they kind of like fell out of the YouTube alg. Oh, that's great. She just pulled a double ult. Get out of there. Get the health pack. Landed right on it. Magneto ult. What is he grabbing? Oh, that's theirs. Yeah, get rid of the Magneto. Rinse them real quick. Now, for those of you guys that haven't seen it yet, so what this Psylocke is doing is you can do the, I don't know, some people call it the one-shot combo, but basically she's doing a left click, double right click, left click. But she only is using that when she's close, around like 15 meters to an enemy that she wants to get rid of. Like right there, she was trying that, especially with the clone too, to do extra damage. You don't want to waste your shurikens because your shurikens obviously give you shield, and you can do a lot of damage really quickly and hopefully take out an enemy. So a lot of the time, like there, she's just using the left click for the most part, and then when she gets an opportunity, she'll use both her left click and her right click to get somebody out. But Psylocke's maximum damage is within 15 meters, so that's why you're also not seeing her use it as often until she gets into close range, because you're just going to lose a lot of the damage that you should have. Ooh, see, that was a good freeze right there by the Luna again that I was mentioning before. Just gotta get heals though. Uh-oh, gotta get that BP. Wow. There you go, she's got ult now. She's gotta get heals. Get heals so you can ult. There you go. Now she's 100% gonna probably go over the top and ult. Maybe not. They pushed it back pretty far. There you go. She did that earlier. I don't know if that Luna would have had the ult. Canceled it early so she can get a health pack. The timing right there was a little off because she thought the Luna was dead, but the Luna wasn't. Oh man, that was the Widow. For some reason I thought that was an Invisible Woman. I didn't realize they switched to the Black Widow. Ooh, good pick right there by the Magneto, doing damage from the back. Now that's a good combo to get out of the spawn, just because the invisibility gives you a movement raise. What is it, like, I don't know, 20% or something like that. Then you can use one dash and then see how far you are and then try to save the other dash right there. Obviously that was a great play. She used her clone ability after using her shift or her dash, took out the other Psylocke that's doing pretty good. Got the M in the front line. We got the BP on the left. Now the Spider-Man's in. Honestly, I'm surprised this dude's sticking with Spider-Man, but I think he's doing pretty good. Let's see. It's 32 and 11. Sparker's actually not doing as good as I thought, but Sparker's still a GOAT. It's 23 and 10 with BP. Ooh, good pick there. Nice. I'll probably ult here and just finish it off after this is done. Oh my god, isn't it just insane that Cap can live through that? Just being solo ulted by Psylocke and being targeted by the rest of their team, he still can't live through that. That's crazy to me. I mean, he still will live through that. I didn't realize how many health packs are around At this point though, there's a lot. You have the one right there, you have the one, oh, there's a door too. Yeah, you have the one to the left, and I think you have the one up in the right. There's a lot of health packs in a really small area here. Good pick. Wow, they just barely got it. So the final score was 3-2, and he ended up going 54-6 with 25 final hits and 35k damage, well, 34k damage. So let's go hop into the second gameplay. All right, guys, so this is the start of the second game where he's playing Psylocke, obviously. Now, their team actually banned Emma, which I'm kind of surprised about. Maybe they target banned, but they also banned Luna, and then the other team banned Storm and Wolverine. And then this is the starting comp that they're going to be with: the Magneto, the Magic, the Captain America, the Ultron, and then what's the healer? I didn't even look. And oh, never mind. And then Squirrel Girl. All right, so somebody's switching actually. All right, so this is gonna be interesting because they're actually going against Andrew, which is one of the top Venom players, or known as the top Venom player. And they're playing another Psylocke, a Loki, a Groot, and then they got a Cloak and a Punisher. Then we got a Mag, a Rocket, a Captain America. We got Ultron, Squirrel Girl, and we got him playing Psylocke. So this is gonna be really interesting, actually. I'm sure there's probably gonna be some changes made during this game. Now it's gonna be interesting to see, because we just watched them play this map. It's gonna be interesting to see if he changes anything up. Do they do anything differently? But he looks like he's still doing the same kind of stuff, flanking on the side as much as he can. Wow, they just ripped through that Psylocke too, and that Cloak. A lot of ult charge already. She's at 60%. How do you find the top players? I use a website for it. There's a bunch of different websites, so you kind of have to pick and choose which one you like the best. The one that I like the best is hold on, I'll tell you what it is right now, brother. The one I like the best is Rivals Meta. And the reason I like this one the best is because it shows you kind of like the breakdown of how many games played, how many MVPs as that character, how many SVPs, their win-loss, obviously. KD has said. What else does it show you? It does show you a decent amount. But so the reason I like this is because it also tells you like what rank they're at. So, you know, there's some people that might technically be like the top ranked in terms of KD, but if you look at where they are in terms of rank, you know, they might be in like, I don't know, Grandmaster as opposed to one above all, right? So that's usually what I like to do, is I like to look for the one above all players and then, you know, go between their KDs, their win-loss ratios, and then pick from there. So who we're looking at right now is CHUPIEL, which I believe is how you say his name. I don't know. CHUPIEL? I don't know. My bad if I butchered that. But so he right now is ranked 47th in the world overall. And for Psylocke, he has a 4.63 KD in one above all lobbies. But the next closest person to him in one above all is Bedtime Story, which is really well known as one of the best Hella players. But he's also really good at Psylocke, and he is ranked 3 spots below with a 3.63 KD. But he has a little bit of a higher win rate percentage, you know, so it's kind of pick and choose. The only thing is about CHUPIEL is he has 137 games played as Psylocke this season, while Bedtime Story has 99 games played. So I also like to take that into consideration too, like who plays more games as the character, you know, in terms of their comfortability. So yeah, so right now he is pretty far ahead of a lot of the other players. It's a good pick on Andrew though right there. My bad, I was kind of looking away while I was trying to figure that out, but we're back. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, you got the website, right? So what you do right there is you can go and type in whatever character you want and then click on leaderboards, and then it'll show you the top ranked characters for the leaderboards. The only problem is a lot of the top players, thankfully he doesn't have his off, but a lot of the people in one above all, or on the leaderboards at least, they hide their gameplays, they hide their stats, they hide everything. So you really have to just spend a lot of time looking if you're trying to, you know, spectate the top games. Looks like they're getting into a little bit of trouble now. Yeah, you got it? Okay, good. Yeah, I've tried a bunch of other sites, but some sites you have to like sign into first for it to like take note of you. Some sites you have to, I don't know, some of them just have like weird things that you need to do. That's why I like this one the best, because it kind of shows everything, and then you can kind of make your own decision. Wow, they ripped through that. Oh my god. And that's a note out there to anyone that's scared of Punisher and his ult. Like, if you guys just focus Punisher, he's dead in a second. You just have to have people that can actually do damage to him. But they ripped right through him there. Wow. Oh my god. Yo, the mag bubble right there absolutely saved her. We go on the flank. Andrew switched to Hella. What do they get rid of their tanks? Or they do a tank swap? Oh, they're just rocking one tank, Polly. Now, Polly on the other team, actually, I forgot to mention this before. Polly's actually, well, was, I don't know if she is still now, but she was the top ranked Emma Frost. Oh, that's probably why they banned Emma Frost, actually, because they know Polly. I didn't even think about that. That makes sense. That makes sense. I wish I mentioned that earlier. Good pick going after the rocket there. Got Polly out too. Got their other DPS. Got Andrew. I just got the Psylocke left. She's not gonna get out of that. And they're all at the window. Yeah, they get this point easy. All right, let's see how she's doing right now. Psylocke. Actually, let's wait. Let's see what happens here, because they get pushed back. 24 and 4, 14 limbs already, and 10k damage. The only other person that has anything like that is the Psylocke on the other team, believe it or not. It's funny, if you notice, both Psylocks that are doing really well, they're both doing the same thing. We're on the side. They're on the side of the entirety of like the other team, just like doing annoying damage. And then as soon as they get close to their ult, or as soon as there's a pick, you know, they'll go up closer and then ult, or, you know, do the one-shot combo I was referring to before. That was a great bubble right there by the other team's mag. Nice. Now she's in a position where she can kind of just poke. I've seen a lot of really good caps lately this season too. I should probably do a video on cap, but I have to play him some more. Wow, they're just waiting. Now they only got one person on their point. Could go a little bit faster. Oh, now I guess they got the other teams on it with one or two. Guys, let me know what top DPS or tank you guys want me to spectate next, because we're gonna do a video right after this during the stream. Oh, the Punisher got her. At least she's got the revive. She's got her ult here. Let's see if she's gonna try to draw out a healing ult. Did she draw it out? Oh, good stuff right there. Got the cloak. Polly's almost done, but they didn't get to do anything off that push. I'm surprised they stuck with the Squirrel Girl this whole time. Let me see what the Squirrel Girl's doing. 14 and 4, 13k damage. Honestly, I'd probably switch it up with the Squirrel Girl. Damn, Andrew's not having a great game either. He's 6 and 5 right now. Your vote's Iron Fist. I'm just trying to do the top use. Here, I'll explain in a second. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the top used characters or heroes in the tournament, like at the pro level, and we're basically picking heroes that were, you know, like the top teams were using. So right now, Psylocke I'd put at the #1 spot, and then I have the rest ranked in front of me, so I can read it out to you in a second here. I just want to see what happens in this push before the next round. I wonder if they get this. I think it was 3. I think they won this 3-0, so they must get this point. Squirrel Girl ults. Oh wow. Wow, that rocket with the Squirrel Girl ult actually made a huge difference. Cat with a great push there. Psylocke's about to be toast. Wow. All right, they got it. Yeah, so I'll read it to you right now. So these are the top players, or sorry, not top players. These are the top DPS and tanks in the tournament that was over the weekend. So we have Psylocke, Hella, Wolverine, Punisher, Torch, Magneto, Hulk, Loki, Star-Lord, Captain America, and then Storm technically, but she wasn't used as often. but the other ones were used almost every game. So I'm trying to do what? Why did that make that sound? That was weird. It sounded like my phone just cracked. But yeah, so those are the top DPS that were used, and tanks. Yeah, so let me know who you want to see, but I might do Punisher after, or Torch, or Magneto, any of which I think you think Star-Lord or Wolverine. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. So with this we got this is actually pretty funny, the cap on the side blocking for the Psylocke, and the Psylocke just getting easy peeks. I'm surprised I haven't seen more people do this. Ooh, well, she did get she got there. Andrew switched over to playing the mag now. I guess they switched the mag around because they had somebody else playing mag before. Oh, they made a huge switch because their Psylocke switched. They switched to triple heals. They're using an Adam Warlock. We got a Mantis. We got the Ultron. Polly's playing Doctor Strange. We got somebody playing Hawkeye. This is a really interesting comp switch. I don't think this works out for them because they get 0 and 3 here. They get 3-0'd. So I wonder what other changes they're gonna make. Wow. I know what I said before about that Squirrel Girl, but that Squirrel Girl to hit that stun like that in midair is actually wild. Ultron getting bubbled by Andrew. That's good. Oh no, Andrew's not mag now? No, Andrew's still mag. It looked like the Adam Warlock had Andrew's tag over it for some reason. Good ult right there by Rocket. Oh my god. She just absolutely rinsed that Psylocke too. Over the top and ult. Yep. Perfect. Oh, right on the edge too. Where'd that Magneto go though? Oh wow, they got him through the portal. That's great. Oh man, their Psylocke's had enough, bro. She's had enough. She's getting everybody to chase her down. That's so funny. Yeah, all the DPS is right there. Good portal. Good use of the portal there too. Wow, the cap's really making a problem for them back here. Good pick on the Hella. Let's see. Tries to make a pick. Oh, she still got that pick. Wow. And then uses the invisibility right there. Get away. Goes back up after this chick. Gets her out real quick. Yeah, the accuracy is insane right now. He's on fire.
Only 60 seconds left.
Oh, wow. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Wow, nothing this team did was working, man. They had switched to a Jeff. Yeah, they switched. Oh yeah, that was all they really changed was the Jeff from the oh, Polly switched to a Hella. Huh, a lot of switches were made. Aggro, what's up, brother? How you doing? Appreciate the follow, man. Right now we're just spectating some of the top players for their specific characters. So we're spectating one of the top Psylocks right now, and then after this I don't know who we're gonna spectate. Wolverine, maybe Star-Lord. We're trying to do what was the top played characters in the Marvel Rivals tournament over the weekend, and Psylocke was pretty much the top played. Well, let's see what Jeff's gonna ult. That was just a waste. Wow, 3-0'd, man. So 48 and 7, 21k damage, 25 of final hits. That is nuts. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video on Psylocke. Let me know who you guys want to see in the next one, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.